Have we had enough taxes? I have too. It's times like these when I feel the weight of the federal government pressing down on my shoulders. I've had about enough, and I think there are a few people here who agree with me. Reminds me of a time when I was a kid. My dad, may he rest in peace, good man, very absent-minded, ran over my foot with the family Oldsmobile. Heavy car, as it turns out. For some unknown reason, he stopped the car while it was on top of my foot, apparently unaware of what he was doing. I gasped for air. I groaned in pain. I was able to utter only one word. The word I uttered saved my foot. The word was reverse. You see, sometimes in life, we need to send a message that is direct, to the point, and absolutely unequivocal as to what is needed. What we need to send to Washington this year, right now, is the word reverse. We're going to reverse the era of big government, reverse the era that tells us all of our blessings come from government, not God. Therefore, government giveth, government taketh away. We have to end that. We're going to end it a few ways. Some of the things that we're going to do. First, we're going to restore the constitutional debate to Washington, D.C. This blessed document, written by wise men, raised up by their Creator under this very purpose, has fostered the development of the greatest civilization the world has ever known. I will not apologize for this document or the country that it has created. Nor will I tolerate those who ignore it. However well-intentioned they may be, when they ignore the Constitution, they ignore our rights, our freedom, our liberty. And you know what? Whenever government acts, it does so at the expense of individual liberty. That's why our founding fathers balanced very carefully what areas that our founding fathers thought was appropriate for Congress to act. You see, they had experienced the tyranny that can come from a national government. They had experienced that once before with another national government, not based in Washington, D.C. It didn't exist then. A national government based in London. Something interesting about that government, it taxed us too much. It regulated us too much. It didn't respect our own local laws passed by our own local legislative bodies. And it was so distant from the people that it didn't care to respond to the needs of the people. Does any of that sound familiar? Yeah! That's why they created a national government with limited powers, because they came to understand what we now know all too painfully, which is that any national government with unchecked, unlimited powers will become a tyrant. We have to limit those powers, and that's true whether that government is headed by a king or by an elected president, or by an elected president who thinks he's a king. As your U.S. Senator, I hereby pledge to you I will not vote for a single bill that I can't justify based on the text and original understanding of the Constitution, no matter what the court says we can do. We restore that constitutional debate. We then start to retake America by ending the era of deficit spending. It's immoral, it's unsustainable, it's unwise, and it's suicidal for our government to continue to take on debt to the tune of $14 trillion at a time, billing each time to unborn generations, $50,000 to $100,000 to unborn Americans, those who don't have the right to vote here because they haven't been born and their parents haven't even met. We need a balanced budget amendment, something that tells Congress that it has to do what our state legislature does every single year. Spend no more money than it takes in. It's not that novel, it's not that complex, it's not that hard, and we must do it. And just as we have to restore the constitutional debate and end deficit spending, we have to end, once and for all, the unauthorized federal occupation of our land. I'm sick and tired of being told by people back east that the reason we are 51st in the nation in terms of per student funding for our schools is because we have too many kids. That's offensive, and it's based on a lie. The reason we're in that mess, and the reason that we have to buy our oil to the tune of hundreds of billions of dollars every single year from countries who hate us and fund acts of terrorism against us, is because we can't use our own land. It's time to reclaim that territory which is ours, which belongs, which can be regulated only by the great state of Utah. There's a great Scottish band called the Proclaimers, and they have a song, and it's entitled, "I Can't Understand Why We Let Someone Else Rule Our Land." You know what? I can't understand it either, and we've got to end it. If we'll do these things, and if we will return to constitutional principles, end deficit spending, and end the federal occupation of our land, as Americans and as Utahns, we can, and we will, and we must reclaim the great destiny that is ours. Thank you very much.